Your life, you're gonna own nothing. You own three things, okay? You own your fitness, you own your thoughts and emotions.
Make one line. Try to make one line. So remember one thing, when you pose, a lot of little guys, and they hide away when they pose. When they do an arm pose, they do like this. Okay, and the big guy will come right out with his arm. Show them the whole thing. Make the move. Open up the whole body.
Put the fucking mic on. Shout out, man, but you need to understand that you got something with you. Ass is fat, frame is little. Tattoo in your chest with his name in the middle.
Oh, what about this backdrop here, though?
I like that one better, actually. Kind of the same deal.
Come here.
Hey, I'm Alberto Nunez.
What's going on, guys? And this is the third part of the Q&A. We're on top of Horsetooth.
Horsetooth, yeah.
Horsetooth. Show them the background real quick. This way. Right. They don't need to see any more than that. They don't need to see more than that. I've got the hole on the bottom of my tights, right? So if you can see my nutsack, I'm sorry. Oh, you can't last time like, oh my god, I'm doing that. You didn't shut the fuck up. You didn't shut the fuck up. Like, why didn't you let Alberto speak? Shut the fuck up. If one can't comment on my channel again being like, oh, you didn't let Alberto speak. Oh, okay, you pay Alberto $400 and Skype with him then. What was harder? The Cliff Bar Challenge or a 100-kilo walk? The Cliff Bar Challenge was way harder than that. Shout out to anyone who's eaten like a jar of peanut butter and sitting. It's just disgusting. It makes you feel physically, have you ever done that?
No.
It makes you feel like shit. So a 100-kilo walk's easy. If you're not a bitch, you'll be able to do that. Can excess sleep above the recommended amount give an individual more gains by optimizing natural hormone levels?
I think sleep is an underused tool. It's something that I think the majority of people don't get enough of. But like anything else, there's just a certain point where, you know, doing any more is not going to do anything significant for you other than kind of just, you're going to start stressing about the fact that, hey, oh my god, I only got like 9 hours of sleep last night. My training's going to suck.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I can't talk.
Get as much sleep as you require. That's going to differ from person to person. I know for myself that when I do get my 50 hours of sleep per week, that my training is just so much more predictable, so much better. Especially when dieting, I think that's even more important.
I would say 8 hours minimum per night if you're serious.
For most people, about 8.
And if you get a solid 8 hours, you're laughing, dude. If you wake up with an erection, you're fine. That's a good sign.
Rule of thumb, there we go.
Rule of thumb, if you wake up with an erection, that's a good thing. Since you are both damn carved up, do you have any recommendations for building up food intake while building muscle?
But like, here's the thing, like since 2011, I've lost about 250 calories from like what I would prep with, and it's because even though my training volume has gone up, just my lifestyle is a lot more sedentary. So no, you can't sneak food in there and expect to increase your ability to, I guess, become less and less economic.
People are in this magic fantasy where they think if they increase their carbs 5 grams per week for like 2 years, they're gonna fucking go from being the metabolic piece of shit that they're born with to being like, you know, like the fucking Jenna Hayes of the porn industry. You can't change your genetics and like how economic your body is, or you can kind of to a tiny, like 1%. The only thing you need to worry about, bro, is your lifestyle.
Your set point is your set point. Your metabolic rate, it differs from person to person. But the
like you're not gonna like increase your food over time and then become Alberto Nunez. Lifestyle factors make up the biggest difference. Like, yeah, there's like 10% of cunts are shit as fuck. They can't eat any food without getting fat. And then there's a lot of cunts who get fat because their just lifestyle is very sedentary. They don't know how to track food properly, and they're shit. Recommendations for lifters with 2 years training for gains: eat all the carbs and get jacked, or take a more moderate approach.
It depends on the person. Okay, everyone has very different growth potential. Some people are going to respond very well to that. Other folks might need to go, I have to be a bit more precise about things. So it depends on the person, but yes, you will, and I think you should spend the majority of your time, I guess, not dieting when you first start weightlifting.
If you don't give a fuck, dream a bulk.
Yeah.
Well, you dream a bulked.
I dream a bulk. That's actually the first thing I did when I
everyone I know who's hella fucking jacked was not sitting there with a scale like, okay, I'm gonna increase my carbs 10 grams this week. Oh my god, I went up 0.2 of a pound this week. Oh, I'm too big. All they give a fuck about is looking like Jay Cutler and lifting fucking 150-pound dumbbells on the dumbbell press.
Let me shock them. I went the first 8 years of my weight training without counting a single calorie.
think it's just like you need to soak up that newbie phase where you just like, you don't give a, like, it's cool because you don't really give a fuck about how you look. Well, you do, but like if you put on fat, you're not self-conscious about it because you're like, I'm getting fucking massive, I look like Jay Cutler, or like who gives, you don't give a fuck about girls. So that's the time where, and especially at that time, it's like almost like when you're a newbie, like you're only gonna make gains as quick as you're gonna make gains. Like you're not gonna make gains getting super fucking fat, but it's just about eat and fucking get swole as fuck and you'll be fine. You don't need to sit there, you know, like I need to be so calculated with everything. Be calculated when it's time to be calculated, not at the start.
It's my homie, I know. Don't worry, there's people you don't know. I know everyone.
Okay. Yeah. What's the best way to tackle weight loss plateaus? Hashtag fuck Annie Jaffrey. Hit me with it.
Weight loss plateaus?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, where do you start? I mean, the person can be cheating. The person can be miscounting. The person might, you know, again, everyone wants to be on the super high calories now.
Because it's like measuring how big your dick is. On the internet, if you eat more food than me and you're getting leaner, you're a better person. Or you have a bigger penis. Or like you're just a better human because you have better genetics and I have a slow metabolic. So like a quick metabolic rate equates to a good human being, and a slow metabolic rate equates to just being shit as fuck. Yeah. Like I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. I'm gonna jump off the cliff behind me.
The answer to that, it's like, so how long is a piece of string? That's basically what that question is. You know what? I think your first fat loss phase, get someone honestly that's like qualified to help you out. Many options nowadays, but yeah, have supervision the first time. Learn the fundamentals.
How do you get a fucking weight loss plateau? Maybe like unless you're super fucking lean, I don't think many people get weight loss plateaus. Like you need to be getting something so fucking lean that your body's like, fuck, we're on the verge of dying. I need to hold on and hold on. Eventually it's gonna give, but I feel like if you're just trying to lose like 10 pounds, you're not gonna hit a plateau. Just increase your activity or something. You know what I mean? Or you're cheating, or you're this cunt who makes like, Alberto makes a meal, and then I'm like eating it. I'm like, Alberto, let me taste it, let me keep tasting it. I just put a handful on this, handfuls of cereal. Last question before it fucking rains. What is the best way to gain muscle? A consistent program with slow weight progression, or an overreaching phase then a low intensity routine following?
Very few people need to overreach.
Yeah.
If you're seeing this, you do not need to overreach. I make some great progress sometimes when I'm cruising.
Cruising, you sound like you're taking drugs.
Yeah, no, I think very few people need to overreach. I think just sticking to the basics and not being distracted by what might be sexy and like that really awesome dude on YouTube might be doing.
Share with your mum, share with your sister, share with your boyfriend, share with your spouse. We support Game Ranger. I hope you do. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Shaz my by H. I'll see you on the fucking tube tomorrow. Peace.
Bootcamp Project, Cirrus, Jest, Tommy Evans, Bootcamp Anthem, what you want the pretenders, yeah. I'll stop you in your tracks if you start with me. We're at so fat they clog your arteries. I'm so inventive with my artistry. I break ground like earthquakes and part the seas. Be as smart as seas.
I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.